Hey guys, Rob here. So, iRacing week 13, new tire model for the GTPs. Let's see how it is. This is Ferrari versus Cadillac. Join my Discord at Sim Racers United. Link will be down in the description. So I try out the 499p and the Cadillac GTP. So right now it's the first race I did in the car after doing a few practice sessions. I did a practice session at Spa. We're at Suzuka for this race. We're in the 499p, the Ferrari.
Seconds.
I would say I might have a new favorite car after this race. Or after this comparison.
What new tire model?
So the week 13 prototype challenge is LMP3s, LMP2s, GTPs, and LMDH. Obviously the Ferrari's the only LMDH, I believe. Or maybe the BMW is too. Anyway, it's fixed setups. I don't have anything mapped for the MGU deployment, so it pretty much stays on balance in both cars. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of time in either of them. And this was actually the first time I drove the Cadillac. I've driven the Ferrari before, and I've enjoyed it.
10 seconds.
I enjoyed it at Spa. We'll see if I enjoy it here at Suzuka.
Cold tires all round. Okay, Rob. Should do okay here. We're aiming to finish in the top 10.
Thank you.
Rolling start. Get ready. Follow car number 66.
Have fun, everyone.
The safety car speed is 83 kilometers per hour. We need to catch car number 66. Okay, Rob, here we go.
Well, that didn't take long. Car's wrecked. We just got the green flag, and yeah, so much fun, so much joy. Happy. So for week 13, fast repairs are available, and we just used our only fast
Take
repair
this
in the
clear.
race.
Push. Black flag.
And I got a
Into
black
surface
flag.
penalty.
Way to go,
Incident
Rob.
in first S's.
So the car is on
First
4
squares.
fresh,
And
ice-cold
Rubens.
tires, so we'll get to see what it looks like on cold tires.
There's an incident in Dunlop curve. We think it might be Osborne. You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty. There's an incident in Degna 1. Looks like it's Nichols.
When everyone's passing you.
Incident in
Oh, and the
Degna 2.
red and
Looks
yellow
like
flag,
Marino.
that's a new flag for with this build. That's for that's warning of debris on the track.
There's an
That's what that
incident
red
in
and
the
yellow
hairpin.
flag
We
is.
think it might be John. The next car is Marino, car number 8, and their rating is 1.6.
GTPs on ice, that's what we have. Yeah, no, these cars don't, they for me at least, maybe I should have more brake pressure in it. The car is really broken from that light tap. And, yeah, car that didn't want to rotate, didn't want to slow down. This new tire model is definitely fun.
Okay, Rob, we expect there'll be no traffic on exit. When we exit the pits, we'll be in P21. Nichols, behind, is pitting. Marino, in front is pitting. Marino, ahead is pitting. Look out for the pit speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour.
Alright, so let's bring this bucket of bolts into the pits. See how long it'll take to get it fixed. Probably no matter what the time is. Fix the car, get back out on track. That's the only way to get used to this new tire model. So we got, what is that? 6 minutes of repairs. Fun. And thanks to the wonderful editing program I use, that 6 minutes is over with. And back on our track we go. Let's see if we can wreck this thing again.
Don't cross the white line.
But, in all honesty, I'm going to take it easy on the outlap. Try to get the tires up to temperature. Don't read chat while you're driving or you might go off-road like I just did. Good thing about this week is there's no... Incident points don't matter. Right? So as long as it's an unranked race, incident points don't matter. If it's a ranked race, totally different story. This is not a ranked race. This is an unranked race. I believe in sports car there's only 3 ranked races, and that is the Matt Malone MX-5 Cup, the Porsche Cup, and I think the Ferrari Challenge are the only 3 that are ranked this week. Everything else I believe is an unranked race as far as the sports car license goes. And yeah, I figured I don't drive prototypes very often, so let's give this a go to see how the new tire model actually is.
The gap to P11 behind is now 4.4 seconds, 4 laps ahead. Flag. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. P12.
In all fairness, I did realize yesterday, or when I was doing these races, that it does take about 4 laps of staying on track for the tires to get up to temperature.
Keep it tidy, please, Rob.
Whereas before, the tires just stuck like glue. Like the car was glued to the track, and that is not the case with this tire update. So
Blue flag.
They have made it more realistic, because if you do watch prototype racing, the GTPs will get passed by GT3s when they come out on cool tires. So if there's a GT3 that's on hot tires and a GTP just came out at the pits on fresh cold tires, that GT3 will overtake GTP. So I think they got the tire model better than it was. Am I a fan of it? Well, I don't like crashing, so no. Even though I do crash a lot, but it makes the cars handle more real world like, which is what iRacing is known for. So I give them a lot of credit for going through the struggle of getting the tire model right for it. And we just have to learn how to deal with it and learn to drive the car with it. There are people who, you know, they're just that good, and in the next race we'll see I'll be honest with you guys, in the next race the leader, the #1 qualifier was in like the 140s, like 149, 148s. I'm struggling to get a 152 in these cars right now at Suzuka. And Suzuka I'm usually pretty good at because it is one of my favorite tracks. Right now I'm actually trying to see what the grip level of the car is at this point, because I just don't feel I can trust it in the corners.
That's what scared me as well.
Well, that last lap would have been my best lap in the session. It was over a second faster than any previous lap in this race, until I lost the rear end going at this point. So, one of the things I feel with the Ferrari that it struggles with is, on cold tires, it definitely understeers a lot. It'll snap oversteer quickly. Going into spoon, I think I was trying different things with the brake bias, and I think I may have had too much rear brake bias and I locked up the rears. Not 100% certain. But I will say that my going off track in the hairpin, that's driver, that's not car. Even though the car did not want to rotate, I was struggling to get this car to rotate, which I haven't had an issue with previously. It's between the two GTPs I've driven most in iRacing, between the Ferrari and the BMW.
At least trying to.
I like the Ferrari a lot more. I haven't driven the BMW on the new tire update, I'm kind of afraid. Because I thought this car was fairly stable before the update, and now I'm considering it to be a menace to drive right now. But a lot of it is skill issue, because again, I've been concentrating mostly on GT4s and the last few races, or the last week before week 13, I was getting used to Super Formula lights to try to broaden my licenses. But my thoughts are, the tire model, if you look at real world competition, is more realistic. It's not the super overly sticky tire that it was originally. I think once I get used to the car, get used to the tire model, I think things are going to be a whole lot different. Now let's go check out the Caddy. And poof, just like that, we're in a Cadillac. First race I qualified P6. This race I qualified somehow in P7. I don't know how I qualified in that spot in either race, but whatever. It is what it is. That's where I qualified. That's where I'm starting. And let's see how the Cadillac GTP is.
Car number 6, 15 minutes. You really need to get on with it. Okay, rolling start. Follow car number 5. The safety car speed is 88 kilometers per hour. Catch up to car number 5. Catch up to car number 5.
So with how the previous race started, I'm a little apprehensive about how this race is going to start. So I'm trying things a little bit different. I am trying to get heat into the tires, but these tires take a while to warm up.
Okay mate, get ready. Catch up to car number 5. Go, go, go.
Alright, got the green flag, incident free, so let's see if we can make it into and through turn 1 without an incident.
On your right. Keep it steady. Clear right.
I'll admit I'm at fault here. I shouldn't have been so aggressive as to go for a move
Car right.
on the
Clear
full
right.
tires, and I ended up spinning both of us out. Same time, I do think he could have left me a little bit more room on the inside, but whatever. And here we go. Cold tires, and the car just wants to spin.
Oh, fuck's sake, Rob. Shocking start. Come on, get it together. There's an incident in second S's. It looks like it's Thomas. There's an incident in Dunlop curve. It looks like Thomas. Right, the guy ahead of us is Rosario, car number 2. And their rating is 1.9. Incident in Degner 1. We think it might be Weiss.
Yeah, everybody's trying to learn this new tire model, and
There's an
there's
incident in
wreckage
Degner 2.
everywhere.
It looks like
First lap is going to be hellacious in almost every race, I think, with these new cars until people get a handle on it. Again, the yellow and red flag in the top corner, that's the warning of debris on track, which is pretty cool. I'm thinking they're going to start adding tire punctures at some point with debris on track, which is why there's a warning for it now. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I have not read anything about it, but I'm thinking that's what they're going to be doing. And here we have another almost near crash with losing the rear of the car on power.
2, it looks like Thomas, E8. There's an incident in turn 2. We think it might be Wong.
Car left. Clear on the left.
You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go. Good work, mate. Keep it up. Okay, Rob, the next car is Rosario, car number 2, and their rating is 1.9.
So what are we on now? Lap 3. Tires are starting to get warm. I feel like I can place the car where I could almost place the car where I want it. I will say, so far this car does stop way better than the Ferrari does. It feels more planted when the rear end steps out. It's easier to catch this car, like I just did now, in a slide down the hill with the Ferrari. The Ferrari just seemed to be back to like iRacing used to be known when you lose a car as having what we used to call a passenger slide, where at that point you're just a passenger in the car, you have no control over it. At least with the Cadillac it feels more planted, it feels more solid. Here I blow the turn-in point for the chicane, and I use the escape road to get through it. Yeah, it's a whole new world of
The guy in front is
car driving
Moza
with racing the
V
GTP.
license.
The first
That was a
GTP race I've done in a
200
long time. Last time I've done one was probably week 13, maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago. I don't normally race the prototypes, but I
Right
want to
side.
broaden my
Clear right. You're clear.
my scope of cars in iRacing.
There's an incident.
So far, to be honest, I'm really impressed with the Cadillac. I think this is my new favorite GTP to drive. Don't judge the car on my bad driving. That's all me. Has nothing to do with the car. But the car is way more manageable than the Ferrari was. It's the same tire model on both cars.
Track limits. Keep between the lines.
These tires, this current tire model, it takes about 4 laps for the tires to start working. Until you get those 4 laps done, it's like driving on ice. It is so slippery. The car is so easy to lose. Again, I'm also not a GTP driver. I don't normally drive prototypes. I do drive GT4s most of the time, as many of you may know, or many of you do know, I should say. But I will say, this race was immensely fun.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Okay, Rob, keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. Half distance, fuel looks good. P7. Incident in Spoon Curve. We think it might be Montero. There's an incident in Turn 2. Looks like it's Wong. Gap to Brook. Ahead is now 1.0 seconds. There's an incident in first S's. It looks like Wong. Temps increasing. It's now 32 Celsius. We've just had a warning for cutting the track. Push or we'll lose this place.
On your left. Clear left.
Come on, Rob. Nicely done. Incident in Degna 1. We think it might be Todd.
Clear to the right.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
Car right. Clear. Clear to the right. Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
So at this point, I'm like, every time I pass this guy Joseph, every single time I pass him, I make a mistake. I go off track and he gets the spot back. What in the hell, dude? Come on, get your shit together. Get your head right. Well, he just went off track. And it seems like me and him go back and forth with this a couple of times. And I'll be honest with you, it was quite fun. It was quite fun racing, and I think I may try to do more GTP racing in the future. I got to see if I can get a grip on this tire model though, because in an official race, all these incident points would be a no-no. That'd be a SR. That would be a license demotion, because I'd be losing a lot of safety ratings.
About track limits. Keep it between the lines. P5. Okay, Rob, the next car is Rosario, car number 2, and their rating is 1.9.
Good race, folks.
P5. Okay, that's the finish. Well done, mate.
Alright, so which car do I like better? I like the way the Cadillac is. I've got to admit, it's a good car. I still love the Ferrari. So if I do race some GTPs, I will probably use either one of the cars. I will say the Cadillac was more stable, easier to handle. I think the Cadillac had better brakes. But the Ferrari, let's be real, it's a gorgeous car. And when you're used to that car, it is so fun to drive. And that's what it's all about. I don't do this professionally. This is a hobby. So if I'm not having fun doing it, I'm not going to do it. So overall, I think the Cadillac's a good car. I think the Ferrari's a good car. It's just on this new tire model. Both cars are sketchy. Both cars will take you off track. My whole thoughts here are, if you can get the tires sorted in the first 4 laps, you're going to do good. If you can't, I would suggest staying away from GTPs until you can handle the cars on cold tires. As of right now, me myself, I don't have the skill set to maintain a actual ranked race in any of these cars on this tire model. This is something I'm going to have to work on. I'm going to have to learn how to deal with the car and deal with the tire model. If you watch real, like 24 hours of Daytona, right? When the GTPs will come out of the pits on fresh, cold tires. Now, mind you, not, 30 seconds or whatever it is while they fill the car, but, and they're double stinting the tires. There's a reason they double and triple stint the tires on the GTPs, and that's because of tire temperature. The cars lose so much time on cold tires that a GT3 will catch them and pass them on cold tires. So, it's something you have to learn to deal with, just like they do in the real car, just like they do in the real events. And I think iRacing got it pretty good. I mean, I've never driven one of these cars in real life, so I'm just saying that as a average sim racer, as somebody who really does not know how the real car is. I'm sure that they've talked to people who actually do drive the cars, because that's what iRacing does. With them, their whole physics model is all about realism. So, those are my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, I choose neither car over the other. I think they're both great cars. But if I were to jump into a race right now, I'd probably go with the Cadillac. Oh, and before I forget, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this new tire model. Let me know what your favorite GTP is. And I hope you try them all out. I do plan on buying the Porsche and the Acura at some point. Maybe not this season, maybe next season, but at some point I am considering buying the new Trek in Portland. So we'll see.